Now let's see what is package in Java. So package is like a namespace in C++ that organizes the set of related classes and interfaces. So package basically used to make the collection of your classes and interfaces which is logically related. That means which comes under a similar category, then we can make a group of them, and in Java if you want to do this, so it is known as a package. So conceptually you can think of a package is as a being a similar to different folders on computers. So how we arrange the directories on our desktop, and in a respective directory we are putting that kind of data inside this, so it is like a category. So similar concept is available in Java. It's like a directory of your classes and interfaces, but whatever classes and interfaces you are grouping into that directory, it belongs to that package. Okay, so Java platform provides an enormous class library, that is a set of packages suitable for use of your own application. So Java standard API having the thousands of classes and interfaces, and all classes and interfaces are grouped in a specific type of packages. So there are hundreds of packages are available in a Java, and the core directory of those packages is a Java. Okay, and then the subdirectories are available like util io, then your .NET, then the java.lang. So all these are the sub packages. Okay, so this library, basically whatever the library is available, standard API is available, this library is known as the application programming interface or API. So API, this is a standard the terminology used in Java. Even it is used in most of the application level programming languages. So API, where we use the libraries, it is known as like a application programming interface. Why it is known as application programming interface? Because those libraries will help you to develop an application. Okay, so the set of classes and interfaces grouped into the packages, and all the collection of packages are available in the API. Okay, so that is the scenario. Look here, the this is the older version of a Java packages, so Java 1.5. Here your Java directory is available. This is Java package. We see a Java package, and now inside a Java we have applet, AWT, beans, IO, language, then math, net, RMI, security, SQL, text, util. So some of the packages is listed here. Suppose I click on a .NET here, net package is there, so it is comes under Java net, Java comes under Java folder. So in a net, look, when I just open this net directory, so some classes are available here, and these all are related to your socket programming. So socket implementation factory class, url.java class loader, url class loader, url connection. Okay, TCP IP related classes. So these all classes are related to your network programming, and that's why the package name is given as a net. Okay, so there is no any class available inside this package which is not related to the networking. That's why this is a logically related classes you have to group together and you keep in a folder. So why we do this? Because easily you can access later on into any application, and you can develop an application. Okay, so we'll see one by one how to create our package and how to use it. So this is a standard Java API where we have list of packages, and each and every package having the list of classes and interfaces. For that we will refer a Java documentation. Now look here how to define the package. So if you want to create a package, is quite easy. Simply include a package command as the first statement in a Java source file. So it must be the first statement. You cannot write a second statement, or after import statement you cannot write a package statement. Package must be the first statement. So for example, what is the syntax? Here look at package and the name of package. You can give any name of package. The naming convention for the package is the all letters should be small. It should not be a camel. So my package, M is small, P is small. So package name is almost it is a all letters are small letters, and package is a keyword. This is a inbuilt keyword. This the name, it is user defined name. You can give any name. So always try to give the meaningful name. Any classes declared within that file belongs to the specified package. So if you every source file, if this statement is uh, available, then you can say that class belongs to this package. Okay, the package statement defines a namespace in which class are stored. So it means it defines the name of package where your classes are stored. Okay, if you omit the package statement, the class names are put into the default package which has the no name. So before this concept, whatever programs we have seen, all are not having any name of package. Yes, so that means we omit the package statement though in those examples. So what is meaning of that? All classes belongs to your default package. So default package, no need to use the import statement and all. So it is globally available for your root directory from with the help of your root directory. So Java uses a file system directories to store the packages, and for that we have to access your .class files for any classes you declare to be the part of your package. So in case of my package, I have to give the access of .class file of my class, which is available in a mypack, must be stored in a directory called as a mypack. So we have to create first directory and store your .java file, then you have to compile it. After compilation, .class file is created for your class, and that class file you have to access obviously with the help of package. So there we have to use the import statement. The directory name must match the package name exactly. That is a case sensitive. Now if we explicitly creating package, that means without using any IDE, then we have to create the directory explicitly. And suppose you want to use the IDE like a NetBeans or Eclipse, there no need to create the folder. At the time of class creation, it asks you which package you want to create it, and automatically that kind of directory is created for you, and automatically package statement added into your source code. So I will show you on Eclipse, and before to show, I just explain how to do in a without using IDE. So you try it, and I will show you the demonstration in a Eclipse. Okay, now look at this is the example. So class balance is one class, another class is class account balance. So two classes are available here. So this is a snap of example. uh, it is recommend you to go with the separate source code, source file and separate class. Don't include the multiple classes in single source file because of the limitation of the slide. So I have just given a snap. Okay, so look here, the first statement is package mypack. The first statement is your, this is comment statement, so it doesn't this doesn't matter. So package mypack, this is the name of my pack. So here is the mistake, M capital P capital, you have to go with the small. It is recommended, it is not an error, but it is recommended go with the small letters. And now balance class belongs to this mypack, and as well as account balance class also belongs to the mypack. Okay, now package is created, classes are available, and we have to just execute, try to execute it. Always remember, when you when any classes belongs to your package, then the command to execute that class is little bit different because it gives a reflection to your class name. Okay, so the commands are like this. uh, for the compilation, you have to go like this: javac mypack slash your main class account balance dot java, and at the time of execution, here is the reflection. You have to execute like mypack dot account balance, otherwise it will not execute, because in a package always after compilation the class name reflects with the package name. Okay, and in case of IDE, it doesn't matter to fire the commands, automatically IDE will consider your commands. Okay, so this you have to try it. Just take any example, create a package and try to compile it, and just remember this commands. Okay, I will share the slides also. Now come to the important part, that is importing the package. Java includes the import statement to bring the certain classes or entire package into the visibility. That means if you now this assume it packages are ready and we have to use it. Class library is ready and we have to use it. So we have to use the import statement. So already we use the import statement. That means import for scanner java.util.scanner. So java.util is package and scanner is a class available inside the util package, and that package is already available. And we want this to take an input from the user, and that's why we imported it. And after import, you can access the scanner class. Okay, so such a type of APIs if you want to access, which is not available inside your current project, which is available inside the standard library, and if you want to access it, you have to go with the import statement. So when you use the import statement, always remember only public access specifier supports to give the access of class members outside the package. That means your class must be public, your methods and data members, if you want to access it, only those methods should be public. And if any method you want to hide from the outside the package, then you can use the default access specifier. Don't use a public. If it is a public, then it is accessible outside the package. If it is a not a public, then it is accessible only inside the same package. That is a default scope. Okay, so we will see that also. Default members of a class are only accessible inside the same package. So if there is no any access specifier used for your class, data member and methods, then by default it is a default member access specifier. And private you cannot access outside the class. So if you cannot access outside the class, so there is no question to access outside the package. Okay, so private members of a class are only accessible inside the same class itself. Now look, this is a directory and the packages. So in Eclipse we have a source directory, right? And we have a pack, that is a package. In a package we have a.java. Hmm? And in a.java, look at it is a package. It is not only a directory, it is a package directory. So it is the first statement in a source code should be package pack and public class A, and then public void method 1, and there is only one statement. It is a testing statement available, sop hello. Okay, look at another class is available mypack, but mypack and pack having the same root directory src source directory, and both are packages. Mypack now having a package mypack. And now look at I created a class B, public static void main. Here I try to create a obj is equal to new a and obj dot method 1. So a class is not available in mypack. Yes, so obviously when you try to create object of a class here, it gives you error. Compiler gives you error because the class is not accessible, it is not available in the same package. But that a class is available outside the mypack, that is inside the package, and the root directory of both packages are same, and that's why you can access it. And here that's why you have to import it. Import pack.a. Now what is pack.a? Pack is the name of package. .a, from that package I want to access only a class. If in a package I have a c d like this, but for this in a class B I want to access only a, then you have to straightforwardly go with the pack.a. If I want to access another class, import pack.c, import pack.d if it is available. Okay, so we'll see the demonstration on this. Is there any problem with my voice related to lagging video and voice? If there is a problem, you can say, sir, your voice is lagging. Is there any problem? Anyone? Are you there?
No, sir.
Okay, everything is okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I switch to IDE. If my voice is lagging, please tell me. Okay, so I create a new project. Is it visible? Eclipse?
Yes, sir.
So I create the project pack demo, empty project. Okay, now just look at here in a source directory there is no any class available, right? So just right click on that and just click on new and you create a package. Okay, click on package. Now I create a P1 package. Look here, the name of package is P1 package. Finish. In a P1 I just click on P1, then right click, go to the class. Just see here the text box package by default now it's a P1, and here I have to create a class. I create a class A. Okay, I don't want main method here. I just click on finish. Now look the source code for this. Look at package P1, yes, by defaultly added, and your class becomes now public automatically, class 8. Okay, so inside this I try to create one method, and suppose I just use a string method. Return type is a string, and the name is a method for A. Okay, and here I return inside the class A of method A. Okay, now here look at what is the access specifier for this method A. There is no any access specifier, that means it is belongs to default. Okay, now I create another class inside same package, and now I create a B. Finish. Okay, and here I use as a void, and this is a method for class B, and here I use it system.out. Println inside the hello. Okay, now here also there is no any access specifier I will use it, but later I will use it. Now I click on source directory. Okay, and I just create the class and I don't want to enter into the P. I just remove this. I don't want to use. Now look at, I remove the P, so automatically it shows you the default. If I type here a P, it goes, right? And if I write something else also, it also goes. Automatically it creates another new package, but I don't want to create. I want to create a main method, and this is a test for the pack. Okay, so test pack is my suppose class. Now look at test pack belongs to default package, and A and B belongs to P package. So in a test class, I just try to create a statement, object statement, A obj is equal to new A. So it is showing me error. Yes, look at, so it is error. Just look the error, cannot be resolved type. I just compile it and just try to read the error. What is F2? So it is showing me that suspended A cannot be resolved to type. That means the path we are not getting. Where is the class A available? Why? Because a test pack, within test pack it belongs to the default package, and in a test pack there is no any class available which is having a name class A. Okay, so what we have to do it, we have to resolve it using the import statement. Okay, so in IDE you will get a benefit that here you just click on error, just read error, and it is showing you some intelligence that import A from the P1 package. You just double click on this, automatically import statement gets added into your source code. You just see here import P1A. Okay, and you just save this source code and your error gets resolved. Yes, look it. So now object gets created. Now it's a warning because it is not used, and now you give a call obj dot. So what is the method available for object A? So for object A, what is the method name? Is a method A, right? But method A is also not now it is not available. Why now it is not available? Now class is available, but method is not available. So look at, in a class is a public, that's why it is available, it is accessible, but method is not public, so it is a default, so it is only accessible inside this P1 package, and here we have to give it public. Okay, now check here. Now it is accessible. Yes, it is accessible. Now check within IntelliJ, it is showing you the method 1. Yes, it is showing me method 1. Look it, now method 1 is available. So what about the other methods? These methods belongs to which class? These methods belongs to the object class, because who is the superclass for A class? If there is no any superclass mentioned inside your source code, by default your superclass for your class is a object class, and these methods belongs to your object class, as well as this is available for class A. Look at here, object, right? Only A class is available here, method A, and I want to give a call, but method A returns you the string, and that's why here I go with a temp. Okay, and here system dot out dot println temp. Is it okay? Now run the code. It is showing you the output. So it is inside the class A method A. Okay. So this is about the creation of package as well as import statement of the package. Now just we make a another combination. If here now I make a comment. So in the test pack I just make a comment. And I remove this public. Okay. Now obviously in a test pack, now if I just uncomment this, it shows me error because method is not public. Look it. So look here, just try to read the error. Just move the cursor on this. Method A form type A is not visible. Okay, so obviously it is not accessible, but this method is accessible inside the class B. How? Because class B belongs to package P1 and your class A also belongs to package P1. So this method having the access specifier, that is a default access specifier, and that's why this method is accessible inside the same package to any class, but that class should be in a same package. Okay, and now here how to access any method from the any class. You obviously you have to create object obj is equal to new a, right? And here can I give a call like this, obj dot method a, correct? Now check here. So I don't want to give a call to this. I create now class B. So B obj is equal to new B, and now obj. So now it is showing me error. Look at why. Look the import statement which is available for A. Now I make it for B, and for both if I want, just copy this, paste it. So here for A and here for B. Now you can give any sequence, and now here I give a call method. Now it is also not showing me because it is not visible, because method B is not a public, it is a default. So here I make it again public, save it. Here just check now intelligence, method B is available. Okay, check again, method B is available. Okay, now run the code. Now look here, object B gets created. I am calling method B, and from this method B I am creating object of A, and then I am calling the method of class A, and class method A gets called. It is not public, then also it gets called because we are accessing this method only inside class B, and class A and class B belongs to the same package. Okay, now just run this. Look at the both statement get executed inside the class B method B, and then inside the class A method A. Is it okay now? So how you can summarize for this? If you want to create a package, you can create package like this, package P1, P2, P3, any package, and your class should be public, and the methods and data members, if you want to give access outside the package, then make it public, otherwise make it default or make it private. It depends on your requirement. Okay, if you give it public, then and then only it is accessible inside the package, outside the package. If it is not public, then it is only accessible inside the package, and if it is a private, it is only accessible inside the same class. Okay, and how to use that package? So obviously you have to go with the import statement, import package name and class name, import package name and class name. Always remember, import statement will work only if your package directories are having same root directory. Okay, that means we are working in a same project, and the source directory is the root directory of all packages, and that's why import statement, if you use the import statement directly, it will work. If your root directories are not same, and if you are importing the API from the another project, that means from the outside the mypack demo, then we have to use the different technique. So we have to create a jar files, and then we have to import it. This is known as the import the class APIs. Okay, so this is different technique, so I will show you later how to do this. So creation of jar and how to use a jar. Jar means Java archives. So we have to create the package, then list of classes and interfaces, and we bundle this in a one jar file. It's archives, and that archive we can use it. How Java API, look here in a JRE library system, how Java API are available. It's resources.jar, rt.jar. So it is RT is a runtime library. So from rt.jar all APIs are gets loaded into our project. So look at how many packages, com.oracle.net, this is first, second. So it is a list of packages available. So it's a very huge list. So all are packages, and if you open any one package, now look in a java.language, you have list of classes. That's why I'm telling you Java API is having thousands of classes and interfaces. So the list of maybe the package may be the 1,000, and each package having more than hundreds of classes. So it's a very huge API, and Java is application level programming language. That's why we need this. So almost everything is available in Java. We have to just get the thing from those API and create our application. Okay, so it is not a system level programming language to design everything from the scratch. So I hope it is cleared. Any doubt related to package, the package statement and import statement? Anything is remain? Yes? So how to access the package? Definitely import statement should be there. How to create a package? In a source code you have a package. Okay? You have to just check the flow of program. Okay? So you will get the what is package. It is not at all difficult. The rest of the part is related to class and all these things. The concept you have to only focus on package statement and import statement. If the package and import statement are available simultaneously, then there is a rule: the package statement must be first, and then after that the import statement. Okay. Another thing I want to just clear: some students are using like this import the p1 dot star, right? So this is also applicable, but I recommend you don't go with this. What is meaning of this? When you go with a star, that means it is all, and from p1 package all classes and interfaces, whatever the list of classes and interfaces are available at the time of compilation, these all classes get checked. Okay, so if you are using only B, then also all classes are checked. So it is depends on how compiler checks your API. And if suppose here you are using a Z class, suppose Z class is available, A to Z, 26 files are available, assuming, and you are using star, so definitely compiler will check A to Y, and later on the compiler will get a Z. So definitely at the time of compilation it takes little bit more time, and it is recommended you to go directly with the file name and class name. It is more appropriate, because I am using only B class, so why should I use a star? Is it okay? So don't use the star. Star means this is a shortcut. So you are if you are not knowing the exact names, or you are going to type all these things, so that's why it is shortcut to go with the import p1 dot star. But at a runtime it will not make you the burden, but at the time of compilation definitely it makes little bit slow. Okay, for runtime there is no issue, because for runtime it is your bytecode gets accessed, and in a bytecode the reference for the classes are already kept in a object code. That's why there is no issue at a runtime, but definitely at a compile time p1 dot star affects. Okay, so that's why don't use a java.util dot star. I use a java.util dot scanner. Java.language dot star, don't use it. Okay, java.io dot star, java.net star, don't use it. Okay, use this specific name of a class from that package. Is it